Hello, it's Denise, and I'm back again with the day 14 of the 31 Days of Tarot 2019. And today's question is, which tarot decks give you the most insight by the way of the imagery and symbology of the cards rather than intuition or basic tarot knowledge? So this question I found a little confusing for me. Which I think someone else has mentioned. I think it was on the channel Shuffled Tarot, but that basically the images in the tarot for me, um, like as what triggers my intuition. So the imagery and symbology of the cards, basically I use imagery to like work with my intuition. So I only have one deck because there's only one, and I'll probably think of one later, but there's only one that I could think of where I think might fit the criteria that I own. That is, the imagery has specific meanings, and it's not just completely like going off my intuition or basic tarot knowledge, although you can't hardly separate that out. So um, so yeah. So anyway, and it's the Robin Wood Tarot, which is one of my all-time favorite decks. And the only reason that I think this fits in the category here is because of the book, the Robin Wood Tarot, the book that goes with it. Because what is so brilliant about her book is that she goes through and she explains for each of the cards the different why she drew in the cards, what she drew, and what that means. So there's definitely like meaning behind the images, and it's not just pretty pictures, which was so fabulous to have. So for instance, this card, the Two of Swords, right? So when you read her book, so this is my second copy of the book, because my first one I wore it into like pieces, like the pages were falling out. So I got a second copy. But yeah, so you see, like, even like the Three of Hearts here, it has like a lot of good information besides just like keywords and a little like synopsis, like, meaning, like a quick meaning there. It goes into the different symbolism in the card. And so, for instance, the Two of Swords. So it explains in the book that, she's holding the two swords. So the fact that she is holding the two swords means that, she has more control of the situation than she might feel like, because, she is the one holding the swords. The two swords, I don't know if you can see, but on the hilts of the swords, one has a downward facing triangle and the other has an upward facing triangle. And that is to symbolize that even though these two choices might look similar, they are indeed different, and that needs to be considered. The fact that she is blindfolded means that she might not have a full grasp of the situation. I think that's what that meant. The fact that she is wearing a long dress means that she needs to be careful from being tripped up, because she could be tripped up easily. She's sitting on like castle ruins with two like archways to either side, meaning that there are openings, available for her to find if she can, if she looks for them. The white of her dress symbolizes if she comes at the situation with a pure heart, like pure of intent, she can find her way through. The kind of monochromatic color scheme of this card is basically to show the starkness of the choices that she faces, or the choice that she faces. The fact that the moon is still fairly new, and I think also the blindfold shows that she's going to need to use her intuition. Also, I think that was why the color of her hair is black, to show that she has the secret knowledge hidden within, and she is going to need to use her intuition to make the best decision, because like the dress is long and she could get tripped up if she's not careful. Also, she has bare feet to show that she is still connected to the energy of the earth, but her feet are resting on a pillar, showing that her position is more precarious than she might think at first, because if she feels now, she'll feel like she's standing on firm ground, solid ground, but if she moves around at all, she's just standing on a pillar. Also, the color indigo that she uses in this card is meant to symbolize the third eye chakra and the psychic sense and intuition, which she's going to need to use. And also the sea is crashing behind her to show the inner, like emotional turmoil that this could be causing. So you can see like there's probably more that I don't remember from, the book, but like that's just this one card. So if you read the book, you will get all these meanings that go with each card. And so for me, I guess that's why that fits the criteria of today's question, because there is so much meaning and the imagery and the symbolism in these cards that even if you didn't get like an intuitive hit necessarily to start with, or you're like, what does the Two of Swords mean? I don't remember what that is. You still have like all those, if you had read the book like and you knew the symbolism, like you could remember the visual clues, I suppose, that are kind of hidden in the card. So that is the one deck that I feel like I can get a lot of insight by just the imagery and the symbology. And I'm interested. That's the back of the card. I don't know why I showed you that. There's a hermit from my previous video. So I'm interested to see what everybody else picks for today. And I will see you again in the next video. Bye.